Tonight, the Columbia City Council is set to vote on an ordinance to make Columbia a safe haven for the LGBT community. Now, the ordinance would declare the city a place for free speech to express support for the community.
ABC 17's Mitchell Kaminsky joins us live from City Hall. Mitchell, the council still hearing public comment on this ordinance.
Megan, Lucas, the city council meeting is packed tonight, so much so that Mayor Barbara Buffalo had to ask a handful of people standing in the back of the room to watch the rest of the meeting from outside because they were worried they were going to be breaking the fire code. Once they started taking public comments on this issue, the line for people who wanted to speak stretched all the way from the podium to the back of the council chambers. And at one point, there's so many people that couldn't get a seat inside the council chambers that they were spread out across the lobby, some people sitting on the floor, some others watching from one of the conference rooms. They started taking public comments around 7:50. They are still listening to them right now. Once they are done, they are expected to vote on the ordinance. If the ordinance is passed, here is what you can expect.
And if this goes past 2 hours, council might get up to go to the bathroom occasionally.
Columbia's newest ordinance declares the city a safe haven for the constitutional rights of free speech and expression by establishing safeguards for those seeking gender-affirming health care.
The queer community is already a minority population in the United States. So having our voices heard, having that recognition, those safeties that make us feel protected is really important. It's essential.
The city says the ordinance comes after multiple healthcare institutions across the country have scaled back or are considering scaling back gender-affirming healthcare services. In June, Governor Mike Parson signed a bill banning such care for transgender minors and some adults. The ordinance still follows state law, but makes enforcement of state law the lowest priority so that law enforcement can focus on other issues.
So does the ordinance in front of us grant additional rights to one group over another?
No, it does not.
The city also cited increasing violence in schools and hate crimes, a point that many in support of the bill echoed during the meeting.
In July 2022 in Camden, Ohio, a young transgender man named Noah Ruiz was beaten by 3 cisgender men after using a women's restroom. The owner of the facility had instructed him to use the women's room because he was assigned female at birth. Do you think his attackers let up when he explained that he had a vagina? No, they called him homophobic slurs as they beat him.
Most of the public comments tonight have been in support of the ordinance, including several transgender students from the University of Missouri. Talked about their experience getting bullied and how they feel this ordinance would make them feel safer in the state of Missouri. However, the ordinance has also received some pushback from a couple of people who spoke tonight. Some of the concerns ranging from the ordinance impinging on their right to express their freedom of religion, while others say that the ordinance just simply lacks common sense. The good news is later up in the meeting is a issue that more people can agree on in Columbia, and that's roll carts. Reporting live in Columbia, Mitchell Kaminsky, ABC 17 News.
All right, Mitchell, thank you. The City Council expected to vote on that ordinance that would require roll carts to be stored near or up against the house in between those collection days. The changes would make it unlawful to store roll carts at any location that's not immediately adjacent to a residence on non-collection days.